Okay, here we are one more time. Hello, everybody. Hello, can you hear me?
Hello.
Very good. Here we are studying now unit.
Hello, hello.
Okay, we are now studying unit number 23. Okay, and
Okay.
in this class is a revision. Okay, do you understand? It's a revision. So we are going to study a lesson to remember other lessons, okay, that we have already studied in the past. All right, so we are going to remember some concepts, grammar, and also some about sentences about different uh, issues, different grammar issues. Okay, Unit 23. The title
Yes.
the title of the unit, the title of the lesson is be, have, and do in present and past tense. Okay, so be, the verb to be, the first verb everybody learned when they are starting to study English. The verb to be. All right, you use the verb to be almost for everything. Okay, if you are doing something, you have to use the verb to be. If you want to say who you are, you have to use the verb to be, and so on. So we are going to study this verb and the verb to have and the verb to do applied in different sentences. All right. Okay. Let's start talking about the verb to be, and this is the part A of the lesson. Okay, the part A. We are going to study the verb be. The verb to be is am is are, okay, or was, were. And what is the difference between am is are and was, were? What is the difference if I'm using am is are, or if I'm using was, were? What's the difference? When do I use am is are?
Present and I am is are is present and was and were is past.
Very good, exactly. So if somebody asks you, what is the verb to be? Can you give me some examples? You say, verb to be is am, is, are, was, were, if you are talking about present and past, okay? You cannot forget, and of course, you cannot forget the application, okay? If you understand the verb to be, you know when to apply am. You use am when you have the pronoun I am. All right, you are, he is, she is, they are. You cannot forget this verb structure, okay, when you are studying in the present or in the past. It's very important. So here in the part A of the lesson, we are going to discuss the verb to be plus ing, okay? Ing. So you have the verb to be, and then you have another verb with ing. For example, cleaning, working, etc. Okay? If I'm using the verb to be plus ing, I'm talking about
Present continuous.
Present continuous, of course. And present continuous is the tense we use to express that that something is happening. All right? Something is, take a look at this. Something is happening. Okay? We have already studied this lesson, but
happening.
If I want to say that something is happening, I use verb to be plus ing verb. Okay? Let's read the first sentence here. Please be quiet. I'm working. Okay? Please be quiet. I'm working. So we can see the structure right here. I am working. Take a look at this. The verb to be is right here, am, okay? And the verb with ing is right here. Something is happening, right? Of course, something is happening. I am working, okay? So you have to know how to use this tense in English. Because if you want to say, please be quiet, I'm working, please don't talk, I am studying, okay? Somebody calls you and then you say, no, just a moment, I am going, okay? So you have to use this kind of expression all the time. You have to be aware of it. So the second one is, it isn't raining at the moment. So you can use this structure to express a positive sentence or a negative sentence. You use this structure to say that something is happening or to say that something is not happening, okay? For example, it isn't raining at the moment, okay? Or you can ask a question. So I am going to ask you a question right now, and I'd like you to answer for me, please, okay? The question is it raining at the moment? We are in Jundiaí, and the question is it raining at the moment? Do you understand? The question
here
okay.
Here.
I'm going to repeat, okay? I have a question for you. I have a question. And the question is it raining at the moment? We are in Jundiaí.
No.
Right? No? I think it's raining.
No, it isn't at the moment.
Yes, in this sentence, it isn't raining at the moment. But I'm asking you, you are in Jundiaí right now.
At the moment.
Is it raining there in your house? Or not?
I don't understand.
The question is, is it raining? Yes? You have to say, is it raining right now? Yes or not?
I don't know.
No?
Not.
No, it's not raining.
No.
Very good. So that's how you use this type of sentence, okay? You can say that something is happening. I'm working. You can say that something is not happening. It isn't raining. Or you can ask a question using verb to be plus verb with ing. For example, what are you doing this evening? Okay? What are you doing this evening? So you have here the verb to be, and the verb with ing. Okay? If you want to ask something about the future, you can use this structure right here. okay? Do you understand that this type of structure here is applied for future? For example, let's say that it's 9 o'clock in the morning right now. It's 9 o'clock in the morning, okay? I can ask you, what are you doing this evening? I can ask you, what are you doing this evening? So I am referring to the future, okay? When I ask, what are you doing this evening? I am referring to the future, okay? And I can use this structure in a different way also. For example, I could ask you, what are you doing tomorrow? Okay? I can ask you, what are you doing tomorrow? And then you say, tomorrow I am working. All right? It's just for you to have an idea that this structure can be used for future also. But we are going to learn it better later, okay? In the next units. But, okay, the thing here is you use the present continuous to express something that is happening, I'm working, that is not happening, it isn't raining, or if something will happen in the future or will be happening in the future. What are you doing this evening? Okay? Also, if you use the verb to be in the past, okay? Josemar says that here M is R. I use the verb M is R to refer to something in the present, and I use was and were to refer to something in the past. So I can use was and were, was or were plus ing, okay, to express what? What do we have here?
Past continuous.
Very good. So if I use the present continuous to tell about something that is happening or is not happening, okay, I use the past continuous to express something that was happening, okay, was happening in the past, something that was happening but not necessarily is happening right now, okay? But it was happening in the past, all right?
Excuse me, brother.
Yes.
All right.
Oh, very good. I can see your hand there.
My slow, I don't understand.
You don't understand the difference between present perfect and past perfect?
And my net low. I
Can you repeat, please? I can hear you now. Rafael, can you repeat, please?
Repeat, please.
Oh, okay. I will repeat. No problem. So in this first little board here, okay, we are talking about present continuous. And what is present continuous? I'm talking about something that is happening. For example, I'm working. Here, the question is, what is happening now? What is happening now? Now, I am teaching. Now, you are learning. Can you see? Something that is happening right now. So, we are talking about present continuous. I can say, it is raining. Or I could say, I am singing. Okay, if I'm a singer, I am singing. Something that is happening right now is the present continuous. Okay? How do
Okay.
I create a sentence?
Mm.
How do I create a sentence? Use the to form a sentence with present continuous. M is R, which is the verb to be, plus ing. This is the present continuous. What about the past continuous? It's just the same thing, okay? But I am referring here to something that was happening in the past, okay? Something that was happening in the past. For example, here I say, what's happening now? I am working. Okay, I'm talking about present continuous. Let's change this sentence to past continuous. I was working. Okay? Present continuous. Present continuous. I am working. Past continuous. I was working. Okay? Present continuous. I am working now. Past continuous. I was working yesterday. Do you understand?
You understand? Yes.
Very good. Very good. Okay, so the first sentence, the first example we have here is, I was working when she arrived. Oh, you can see here, I am working, present continuous. I was working, past continuous. Okay? I'm referring to the past. So something was happening in the past when another thing happened. Okay? This is the explanation for this sentence here. Something was happening in the past. What is it? What was it? I was working. And then something happened when she arrived. Okay? So you have to understand here that I was working, but I'm not working now. I was working in the past, but I'm not working anymore. Okay? I was working when she arrived. Was, okay, plus ing. Was plus ing. Okay?
ING.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Next sentence here. It wasn't raining, so we went out. Okay? Here, I'm saying it isn't raining at the moment, so I'm talking about the present. It wasn't raining. It wasn't raining. I'm talking about something that was happening in the past. It wasn't raining. So we went out. This sentence here, I'm expressing that I don't like to go out when it is raining. Take a look at this. I don't like to go out when it is raining. And now, it wasn't raining. It wasn't raining yesterday. So we went out. Okay? You understand? Is it clear?
Yes,
Yeah.
Very good. The
yes.
last one is, what were you doing at 3 o'clock? Okay, what were you doing at 3 o'clock? You can understand that 3 o'clock is the best, okay? For example, now it's 8 o'clock. It's 8 o'clock, right? Now it's 8 o'clock. So 3 o'clock is the best. And the question is, what were you doing at 3 o'clock? Okay? I am asking about something that was happening in the past. Okay? You know the difference.
Yes, okay.
You know the difference between was and were, right? I use was, when I have I, he, she, or it. And I use were when I have you, we, and they. Okay? So here we have the word you. What were you doing at 3 o'clock? If you say, what was you doing? No. It's wrong. Okay? The right is, what were you doing at 3 o'clock? Okay?
Okay.
The first part here, we are reminding the lessons about present continuous and past continuous. If it's not clear, if you have some doubts, all you have to do is go back to the lessons 3 and 4, and then 26. You don't have to go to 26 because we will be there, okay? We are going to study lesson 26 in the future. So check units 3 and 4 if you are having some doubts about present continuous, and check unit 13 if you are having some problems with past continuous. Okay? You don't forget that to learn English, you have to go back all the time to all the lessons, study again, remember, and don't forget what you have learned, okay?
Yes, okay.
Very good. So let's keep going. You want to ask any question about the part A here? You have any doubt? Or can we go on? Or we can go on.
No any doubts.
Very good. Okay, part B. Let's go to part B. Part B, we are going to talk about the verb to be plus past participle. Okay? And what is past participle? Here are some examples. Cleaned, made, eaten. Do you remember? We studied this issue in Unit 21. And if we use the verb to be plus past participle, we are talking about passive present simple, okay? Passive. This lesson was not very, very easy, all right? A little bit, it was a little hard, okay? It was not so easy, but if you have some hardship, if you have some difficulties to understand it here, you don't forget to go back to Unit 21 and study the lesson again, okay? But all right, let's remember how it works here, okay? First sentence: the room is cleaned every day. Okay. Here, what do we have? We have passive, or we have active present simple. What do you think?
The room is cleaned.
The room is cleaned every day. What do you think?
Passive.
Passive. Very good. Very good. Passive. And why passive? Because you have subject here. Okay. Subject. The subject is the room. Okay. And the room is not doing the action. The room is not doing the action. Okay? So, the room is cleaned every day. The question is, who is cleaning the room every day? For example, I could say, I am cleaning the room every day. Or I could say, I clean the room every day. In this case, I am doing the action. Okay? So it would be active. Active. The subject, I, would be active, would be doing the action. So the sentence would be active. Active voice. Okay? The room is cleaned every day. The room is not doing the action. So it is passive present simple. Okay? It's not so different. It's not so different from Portuguese. So you don't have to worry about the grammar. Okay? You just pay attention to the words that are being used. Just pay attention to the verbs and the forms. Okay? And the tense. For example, you have to know the difference between among present, past, and past participle. Okay, you have to remember these verbs to elaborate a sentence. So the room is cleaned every day. Try not to think in Portuguese. Try not to think in your mother language, mother tongue. You just try to think in English. Okay, the room is cleaned every day. Something that happens every day is that the room is cleaned every day. The second sentence here, I am never invited to parties. I am never invited to parties. Okay? Here, the subject is I. Okay? And if I say that I am never invited, I am talking about passive present simple. Because I'm not the person I'm not the person who does the action. Okay? I am not doing the action. Somebody is inviting me to a party or not. Okay? For example, I am never invited to parties. I is the subject. Okay? I is the subject. And the subject, is not doing any action. Okay? So we are talking about passive. That's it. I am never invited to parties. This sentence here is really close to Portuguese also, so I don't think it can be so difficult. It's much easier for you to understand or for you to speak English better using this type of sentence if you just pay attention to the sentence and forget a little bit about the rules. Oh, this is passive. This is active. Forget it. No problem. You just pay attention to the sentence. Try to understand. Use your dictionary and test yourself if you can elaborate, if you can form a sentence. Okay?
Yes.
All right. So here we are talking about orange. The third sentence is oranges are imported into Britain. Oranges are imported into Britain. So which word here is the subject? Which word here is the subject? Do you know? Which word?
I'm sorry, brother. I don't understand.
Which word here in this sentence is the subject? Which word is the subject? Do you understand?
Orange.
Very good. Very good.
The orange.
Orange. Orange is the subject of the sentence. And the orange themselves are not doing any action. So it's passive. oranges are imported into Britain. Maybe I am the person who imports the orange into Britain. Okay, so I am doing the action. But oranges are imported into Britain. So we are talking about passive present simple. Okay?
Okay.
We can use it in the present, okay? Passive present simple, or in the past, passive past simple. It's very similar, okay? Not too difficult to understand. If you can understand this sentence here, the room is cleaned every day, you can understand this one here. The room was cleaned yesterday. Okay?
Yesterday.
Okay?
Yes.
For example, when I say the room is cleaned every day, I am talking about something that happens in a daily basis, something that happens every day. Okay? But if I say the room was cleaned yesterday, I am talking about something that happened just yesterday, just once. Okay? But not necessarily it is something that happens day after day. Okay? Very good.
Yes.
Let's understand the second one here. These houses were built 100 years ago. Were built. Okay? You can understand, you can see here the verb to be in the past and the verb, the main verb, the past participle. Okay? The verb to be in the past and the main verb in the past participle. That's what we are studying, and that's how we express something that happened a long time ago. For example, I'm referring to houses. The subject here is house, okay? This is the subject. And the houses didn't do any action, okay? But the houses were built 100 years ago, all right? This is what we have here. The next one. How was the window broken? Okay? The subject here, window, okay? I have an information here. I can say, using the passive, past simple, I can say that the window was broken. I can assure you that the window was broken. But now there is a question using passive past simple. How was the window broken? Okay?